Welcome to Bourbon School. I'm Lauren.
And I'm Marian.
And I'm Brian, and today we're going to tell you how to get a bourbon collection going without selling one of your children.
Although that would be fine.
Depends on your children.
Yeah.
Coming right up,
Probably.
guys.
All right, so we are on a budget. $300,
Well, that's the ethos of this channel.
of course.
Yes, we are definitely always on a budget, but $300 is like a sweet spot. If you are a new bourbon drinker, you might think that's a whole lot of money. And if you are a seasoned bourbon drinker, you might think, well,
That's
hell,
nothing.
You guys are being cheap.
I'll spend that on one bottle.
Exactly. But it really is a sweet spot for starting a collection, getting a good number of bottles, 5 or 6. What do you have? 6?
I have 6.
I didn't know we were allowed to have 6. I thought we had to have 5.
I have 5 also.
Yeah.
But
Well, I pinched the pennies.
we all found a way.
I'm adding a bottle to mine.
Yes, please do.
I had some money left over.
Okay, there you go. I think that's fair.
Okay.
We found a way to get you a collection for $300. And like I said, 5 or 6 bottles, that's a really nice start to a collection. That's how we started.
Sure.
Like we were 1 bottle at a time, and then we kind of expanded. Remember the little cabinet I had? It was actually that cabinet
It was
right
that
there.
little baby thing
little
there.
barrel.
And it had about 5 or 6 bottles in it, and I don't know what I spent on it, but that was kind of what I had in mind when we
I'll
were
bet it
thinking
was
about
around
putting this together.
$300.
I bet you it was.
I
I bet
bet
you
so.
it was. Okay, so we each put together a list with the prices and why we picked these bottles. So who wants to go first?
Lauren does.
Okay, are we going round robin or should I give you my
No,
whole
I would
list?
give
your
us your
list
whole collection.
and your total.
Yeah.
Okay, so I liked when I was thinking about putting this together, I really just wanted things that I like.
Yeah.
A little bit of variety, but not too much because you're not going to go for crazy stuff when you're just building your
That's
collection.
Right.
Yep.
And also everything is moderately affordable.
Okay.
Okay.
There's no one big bottle and one like cheap bottle in my
Now,
collection.
you know what,
And-
Lauren? We didn't talk about that ahead of time, but all of mine are also affordable on themselves.
Yeah, yours is very similar to mine. All of them are really
course they
similar
are.
in price range.
Are we talking about also like stuff you can get easily?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I don't have anything crazy in here. All right, so I'm going to tell you what I've got. First, I wanted to make sure I had a little bit of variety. So I have a Maker's Mark 46.
Delicious.
But it's cask strength, so I've got my weeded here.
Yum.
I love Maker's Mark. It's so gentle on your palate. This is going to cost you around $60.
Lauren, you're gentle on my palate, too.
Oh, how sweet.
Wow.
Now, I mean, other than it being like a little bit higher proof, it's like between like 10, it's like around 110.
Yeah.
Which I like. And I think so. You want to have a little bit of a variety of proof on your list too. Although I might have gone a little high proof on mine. That's just me. I guess if you're starting out, you can always like kind of knock some of these picks down to the lower of
Right,
whatever
you could
the
get the
brand
Maker's
is.
46 regular,
Exactly.
yeah.
Right, you don't have to get the cask strength. My next one was Old Forester 1920. This is a classic.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with this bourbon.
And people who have been with this channel from the start know that you two are Old Forester super fans.
Yep.
Yes, and this is also around the same price range, about $60. And I think like I love this one because the proof is higher and it brings out all those classic Old Forester flavors. And I that's my favorite Old Forester that you can just readily grab off the shelf.
For sure.
I agree.
Okay, my next one. This is an easy one because it's got brand recognition. It's easy to find, and it's also another high proof.
See a theme here?
But it's cheaper than my other picks. So this is Wild Turkey 101.
Okay.
And this is going to cost you what, $35, $40?
Yeah.
It's cheap.
Maybe
Yeah.
even a little less. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this one is, I really like Wild Turkey 101, and I think it's just like a gentle, easy drinker, even if it's a little bit higher. And then, of course, this isn't going to surprise anybody. I had to put the Reserve Double Oaked on the list. And I thought maybe I shouldn't because it's going to be on Marianne's list. But you know what I said? Who cares?
Who cares?
Okay?
That's
an
I
excellent
also said who
starter.
cares to that
Yeah.
one.
It's an excellent...
Oh, no shit. Oh, all right. Well, high five team.
When you're starting a collection,
Yep.
this is perfect. It's a great winter drinker. Well, I think it's a drink
It's
for
a
all
great
seasons.
all
but
season.
yeah.
Don't take what I was going to say.
It's also great for new people.
Oh.
Sorry,
Of
we've said it
course,
so
that's
many
fine.
times.
We have said
I mean,
it a
come
million
on.
times.
Like that's a great introductory bourbon.
True. And it's also about $60.
Yes.
Yes. So
Correct.
what's your total?
Oh God, I don't think I totaled these because you know why I didn't total them is because it varies where you are. But I
Okay.
came in under the 300 mark, and
Okay.
I have one left.
Oh, you do. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh,
Go ahead.
good.
Picked New Riff single barrel because I wanted a high rye on the list, and I like New Riff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know you're not a big fan of the ryes, but this
They're
one's
hit and miss for me.
also.
But I don't have to be. It's your list.
I know. So this one's also around $60. I think when I guesstimated, I was coming in like $30 short of $300.
Okay.
Oh, that's very
Not
good.
bad.
That's when you
Not
go
bad.
you grab that old granddad from the bottom of the
That's
shelf.
right. Or you grab the benchmark
Yes!
for $25.
Go ahead and grab the benchmark.
I mean-
I'll put a total at the bottom.
Can
when
I
we
have
add
that
it.
pencil there because I have
course.
to? Okay, you're up
Okay.
next, Brian.
So, I'm up next. Okay.
Yeah.
So again, I kind of tried to vary my collection a little bit of everything. So I kind of I actually realized afterwards I didn't pick one non-Kentucky bourbon here, which was interesting to me. But anyway, so I picked for my first bottle. I'm picking Knob Creek 9.
Oh, of course.
It does
That's not
everything.
a surprise.
I
Yeah.
could have called that from a mile away.
Same.
Right. It does it all. You can sip it. It's a perfect proof. It's got a perfect like classic bourbon profile. And you can mix it if you want to make cocktails with it. So it's like kind of a good utility bourbon to have on
You can
your-
bring it to your friend's
utility
house.
bourbon, that's a good way to describe it.
So that comes in at $40.
You bring it
about.
to your friend's house. You sit outside on the deck with it, and
Yeah.
then you lose friends as the evening goes on.
That's right. But it's 40
I don't
bucks.
know what you're talking about.
It's delicious, and this is for me my budget pour on my list. I don't want to go under $40 for a budget pour anymore, and that's
Okay.
what it is around us. Okay, next I did do
makes
Woodford Reserve Double Oaked. I think it's a crowd pleaser. It's sweet. It's got a lot of flavor for the low proof. And like you said, it's good for a beginner because it is low proof. It's got a great, sweet, very palatable flavor.
Yes.
I think it would suck somebody into bourbon.
100%.
It was
giving
her
them that.
gateway bourbon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
So that's one you definitely want to have in
I
collection.
can't wait till our weather changes and I can drink some on our deck for the first time. My God. This
So-
weather's baloney. Sorry.
For a weeder, I went with a Maker's Mark cask strength, the regular Maker's Mark cask strength. Again, it comes in at about 110 proof. It's nice and sweet. It's like a perfect like weeded bourbon. It's a little difference in style to get something different on your shelf. And the cask strength amps up all those weeder flavors a little bit and gives you a little more punch than a regular Maker's Mark. That is $40, so I'm up to $140 so far. I'm going to come in way under.
Okay, me too.
Next, I went with the Knob Creek 12. This is the second Knob Creek on my list.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that. I mean, I guess you could.
Yeah, why
but
not?
Sure.
There are no rules.
No, you're right. You didn't give any rules.
But Knob Creek 12, it's something with a little more age. It still has a little more punch. If you wanted to sub in something, maybe you could go with a Russell's 12 if you wanted something a little less proofy. But I like what Knob Creek 12 brings to the table. I often call this optimal Knob Creek. I think it is a perfect example of age and proof. And it is, for the age you're getting, it's an exceptional value. It's $60. Some places you can find it for $50, which is even better. I went with 60 because that's what it is around here. So I'm at $200. And then finally,
Oh, of course. I see what it is.
you want something that's kind of like going to wow the people and something you could have on a special occasion. So my kind of high-end allocated bottle that I would try to add to your collection, even though it's starting to become more available, at least by us, is a Stag. Not George T. Stag, just a regular Stag. I get them for about $80 around here. I know other people might spend a little more, but we've got some room here. The MSRP is $60. I get it for $80. But if you had to spend $100, you would still come in under $300. But I think that is a good one that's going to kind of impress the people that you're serving to. And it's also like a real high proof punch when you or the people that you're, sharing your bourbon with are ready for something to kick it up to kind of a high proof, real banger. Stag is a affordable and really delicious high proofer.
Yeah,
And
I
what's your
like that.
total?
My total, if you can get the Stag for $80, I'm at $260.
Ooh, I come in under all of you.
If you pay $100 for it, you're still okay. You're at $280. You've got about $40 to play with if you have to pay more for the Stag, and if you don't have to pay more for the Stag, then like Lauren said, like grab a budget,
a budget shelf.
grab a budget bottle just
Yep.
to have on the shelf. Even though we're going to talk about this in a future video, I don't Don't buy budget bottles anymore.
My
ahead.
turn. Okay, so we're going for the threefer here. My first bottle was a Woodford Reserve Double Oaked. The only
Of course.
difference I'll say between Lauren and Brian was that I would put an emphasis on getting a store pick.
Okay.
I really like a store pick Woodford Double Oaked, and I would grab it before I grabbed any shelfer.
Okay.
So that's $60 right there. Next would be, you did the Wild Turkey 101. I'm going with a rare breed because it's got that like really caramely flavor, and that one's $55. Then I went with 1792 Full Proof because
Okay.
I wanted like a
banger.
banger on there. So that's $45. Even that's not so like
It's a good value.
Yeah.
For 125 proof, that's a really good value,
Yeah.
I think.
Then I really wanted to get an Elijah Craig in there. So I
I
did
know
this.
we have talked a ton about Elijah Craig.
I know.
We're Elijah Craig fans.
Yeah, we are. So I really thought it was important for an introductory bourbon drinker.
It's a classic.
I think
bourbon,
so. And I'm newer to drinking bourbon than Brian and Lauren, so I wanted to think of the things that I asked for when I started my bourbon journey.
Oh, the bourbon journey.
So for me, I said the Elijah Craig small batch. It's well aged. It's classic. It's got deep oak flavors. It's just really good. It's a solid bourbon. So that one comes in at $40.
I think your Elijah Craig does what like my Knob Creek does. It
I
does
agree.
it all.
Yeah,
Yes.
we all have kind of different versions of the same story.
Yeah.
That's
Right,
right.
exactly,
That's
exactly.
right. Something that captures everything that
Yep.
you're looking for in a bourbon.
Yep.
Yeah, because we're so smart here at Bourbon School. And then finally, my last pick is an Old Forester Black Label 100, and that's because I'm a sucker for a store pick. So if we find it, I want it. And even sometimes there's been occasions where Brian sees it and he's like, "No, we're going to pass it." I'm like, "Nope, we're going to take that."
We just got one.
Yeah, and that's what I'm drinking today.
Mr. Wine and Liquor. Thank you, Brian
And
Fisher.
those are around $60 too.
Yeah.
Correct.
right.
Yep. So my total came in at $255. So I have $45 to spare. So I would also grab one of those budget bourbons.
Okay.
Or maybe even maybe a Maker's if I could.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
get a
Maker's
six-
Mark would be perfect.
I
yeah.
know that would fit the price point for what I have left over.
I
So
think we maybe could have made this. Did we all come in around 250?
Yeah,
might have
I
gone a
mean,
little
I'm at
over.
240. She's at 255. You said you were like
I'm
260.
a little over.
oh,
Yeah.
that's fine.
But
But-
really, yeah, that's
I mean,
pretty good.
We here at Bourbon School make lists and we all share in one hive mind.
But the lesson here is that you can build a really nice collection of some quality bourbons. Like
Yep.
you don't have to buy a bunch of $20 bourbons to build a collection.
No.
These are all 5 or 6 really good bourbons that are creating a really good collection, and we all came in under
That's right.
$300.
Nor
so.
do you have to, excuse the expression, but nor do you have to bust your nut and spend so much money and get only one bottle of bourbon. You don't
Right.
have to spend a boatload of money to have a great collection of bourbon on your
Yeah,
shelf.
every single one of these is excellent.
I
All right,
agree.
guys, so there it is. So in the comments, why don't you let us know what are some of the bottles you would put in your collection that you think would start a really good collection?
And if you liked our video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and ring the bell for notifications.
So you never miss another episode of Bourbon School.
Cheers.
Cheers, ladies.
I beat you,
Cheers.
Brian.
Of course I'm going to go to Lauren for... Ooh.
Cheers.
No.
It's not even clicking it.
Not started yet. Okay, now we can test out the
God.
microphone.
Hello.
It's always embarrassing us.
I know, God, always, all the time. He never knows what he's doing.
You embarrass yourselves.
Hello, can you hear that?
Hi, can you hear me?